Okay, well, this is Jason, Jeremiah, and Anthony from YouTube. Anthony being Super Anthony 210. Jason being SVR 2011 Storylines. You can reach us at Twitter at Homie the Clown 24, HOMIE 20, DACLOWN 24. I got that right?
Correct.
And at JSN WWF. And we just wanted to talk about wrestling and...
They tell them the thing on Blog Talk Radio, too.
Oh, well, yeah, we're on Blog Talk Radio now, apparently. I don't really even know the link for Blog Talk Radio. I mean, my username is JSN WWF, but I don't know if there's a show link or not. Anyway, I'll just post the podcast on YouTube. You get more feedback that way anyway. So, what do you want to get into first? Raw? WrestleMania talk?
We can start Raw with the WrestleMania talk, since that's where they're all began at.
All right, well, you went to WrestleMania this year, last year, and did you go the year before?
No, I had no. So WrestleMania I went before then was 17. So before the WrestleMania I went to was I hadn't gone in about 10 years.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I've been to WrestleMania before, but I'm not even so sure, so it doesn't count because my memory is so bad that I don't remember. The first wrestling memory that I remember being at was at Survivor Series 1996. So if I went to WrestleMania, which my mother tells me that I have been, I don't know. So which WrestleMania was better, WrestleMania 29 or 28, since you've been to both?
29 was by far better, simply because the matches were better, I think. The lineup, the card was better, and the main event at 27 basically sucked.
Yeah, everybody was waiting for the run-in, the Rock to get involved, which is a huge problem. They probably should have just let Undertaker and Triple H. Oh God, let that main event since. I don't know, man. The Rock was the one that ended up, finishing out the show with his hands raised when he was in the match. He was just the host,
WrestleMania 27 was basically a build-up to WrestleMania 28. Period. That's all it was. WrestleMania 27 basically was all around The Rock. I mean, shit, The Rock wasn't even on the card, and he came out and did a 10-minute intro at WrestleMania? I mean, come on now. He wasn't even involved with
and you know what? One thing about that Triple H Undertaker match that I really, really, really despise is that there were rumors, and I think maybe Shawn Michaels had even said it online, that he wanted his match with Undertaker to be called by JR, the second one.
Shawn Michaels, yes.
Yeah, and Vince McMahon said no, but when you look at it now, both Triple H and Undertaker, well, all three of Triple H and Undertaker matches have been called by JR. They used the Michael Cole match with King as a reason to get him out of calling it, I think. And the one at 28. Wait, no, 27, right? Damn, which one was it? The second one. The second one. No, Triple H and Undertaker.
20. That's when they fought the second time.
Yeah. And then this year, he just came out of nowhere. JR just came out. And as soon as he came out, I'm like, yep. Triple H requested it, and he got his request. But Shawn Michaels can't get it for his final match.
Well, see, what I heard was that Undertaker requested JR.
Yeah, but Undertaker was okay. Well, Undertaker was in the Shawn Michaels retirement match. So, and I'm sure they both wanted. Look, the point is Triple H has stroke, and it's not fair that in his match, you know, he can get JR to call them. Because to be honest, JR is a better announcer. Think about all the great WrestleMania matches, right? In history, just think about the whole list. How many has JR called?
Yeah. True.
Think about how many Michael Cole has called. Just think about that. You know, if you go down the line, I mean, like before, I'm not talking about the matches before JR was there. You need good announcing, and Michael Cole just doesn't bring that excitement. He just come out throwing stats all over. You know, like a lot of the Royal Rumbles aren't memorable because all he does is just throw out stats. Like he's just going through his notes, throwing out stats.
Michael Cole is he listens to whatever they say in his ear. I think if they say
he doesn't bring the excitement, and he also brings down Jerry Lawler's commentating.
Yeah, I think if anything, why not have Josh Matthews? I don't mind Josh.
He's boring too. I mean, I like. I'd rather see him wrestle actually.
At least Josh Matthews talks about the wrestling and not Twitter and what's the number one trending topic and laughing when they make a joke and they think it's funny. I mean, we're supposed to take these guys serious, and they don't even take their job serious.
No,
that's what makes me feel. You know?
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing: you got William Regal on FCW, and he's doing a good job. I think he does NXT also. I haven't seen NXT.
Yeah, he's a general
huh?
He's like the manager of NXT.
He's a manager, a general manager.
Yeah, he's a general manager of NXT, and I don't even watch.
You're stealing my storylines, man. Yeah.
It's just crazy. I just don't understand why it's so hard for WWE. And I'm a huge fan of the WWE, and I rarely talk shit about the WWE, as you know. But I just don't see how it's so hard for them just to get their shit together. Just to have some great.
You mean they're writing?
Yeah, I mean it's always
Zack Ryder broke his back before the Royal Rumble, and he made it to WrestleMania. Yeah, that's good writing.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any. You know, I'm first to call TNA out on their shit. But I can name a bunch of shit that WWE has done that has just made no goddamn sense. You know, what was it? The internet. What was it? The computer. The anonymous guest GM. Yeah. It was stupid, and then it just vanished out of nowhere. You know, they're constantly putting the Great Khali on TV just because their ratings in India have sucked.
I think it was supposed to be Triple H, actually.
I just don't understand why they're so worried about ratings and so worried about being number one on Twitter that they forget about the product that they have. I mean, Jesus Christ, all this stuff about CM Punk, and he's not even going to be headlining Extreme Rules. It's going to be Brock and CM Punk.
See, that was that was the question that I was going to ask you. One of the questions that I have here is, which match is going to main event Extreme Rules? Now, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me think. Is this going to be the first? Now, I think I said on Twitter that this is probably the first time ever that WWE had 3 straight pay-per-views where the world title or WWE title did not main event or did not, headline the pay-per-view. 3 pay-per-views in a row. Because you had Royal Rumble, which was the Royal Rumble match. Then you had No Way Out, which was, for some reason, Kane versus John Cena. That ended. That was the final match. It wasn't any of the Elimination Chamber matches. And WrestleMania, you had Rock and Cena, who, let's be honest, what were they really fighting for? I don't know. Their fan base? I don't know. I don't know what they were fighting for. Rock wanted to fight to say that he's the greatest of all time, but just because you won the match doesn't make it true, you know?
Yeah,
and now you have,
He's not even in my top 5.
And now you have, and now you have Extreme Rules in CM Punk's territory. Do you main event with the title match?
Yeah.
Or do you main
also,
event with Lesnar's return?
It's in CM Punk's hometown, too. In Chicago.
I think they're going to main event with CM Punk's match because...
They are. I think they're going to main event with Brock and Cena because, I mean...
Well, hold on. But that would see... Here's the thing. I don't think that's going to be their last match together. So they're probably going to do some type of... As bad as it may sound, they're probably going to do some type of disqualification in Extreme Rules.
I think they're going to somehow knock each other out.
Oh, God.
To where they both can't continue.
Yeah.
Because I think I don't understand why rush this match at Extreme Rules.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know. We don't know what their plan... Well, they don't have plans. Let's be honest here. They do not have... They don't look 2 months ahead. They don't... And all this bullshit talk about the rumored WrestleMania main event being Rock versus Brock. Okay. It may happen, but I hate when people talk about these type of rumors. You don't know what's going to happen from now till January. You don't know if, I don't know, Dolph Ziggler starts, does what CM Punk did, and he's...
They need to, like, in this draft coming up, some guys need to...
Oh, there's not going to be a draft. I don't even think there's going to be a draft.
I think there is. I think they already announced it. It's like April 21st.
They did? Are you sure?
It fucked up.
Well, they'll probably just switch main eventers. Orton will probably come back to Raw. I'd like to see Punk move to SmackDown, because then we could get a Daniel Bryan-Punk feud.
That would be nice. But I want to see Ziggler on SmackDown. Ziggler deserves a title push. He's not going to get one on being on Raw. If he goes to SmackDown, he may get that title push.
Yeah, but, man, I don't...
Same with Cody Rhodes. Man, Cody Rhodes is a good wrestler, too.
Cody, yeah.
They got
a lot of good... They have a lot of good wrestlers in WWE. It's not like in the mid-'90s where a whole bunch of their wrestlers were bums, and just only characters and bad characters. They got a lot of good wrestlers.
They don't know what to do with them. All they're worried about is...
Even Mark Henry. I mean, even he's improved. That added trash talking in this match is...
Mark Henry, if there was an award for most improved wrestler of the year, it would by far go to Mark Henry. By far.
Sit your ass down.
He has them that actually watch his matches now. That match?
Yeah. I don't skip his matches. I probably did before. But I don't skip his segments or his matches. Like I do with Miz, like I do with Big Show, like I do with John Cena sometimes, most of the time. I don't skip Mark Henry matches. He's interesting, and they've done a lot of good stuff with him. Oh, I did skip the WrestleMania match. I will say that I did. I didn't skip it, but I just didn't pay much attention to it. You could see the finish coming where everybody's getting in the ring and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they took Christian out of that match for Drew McIntyre. What the fuck? You didn't even need to put Christian in. You could just have him have the entrance.
I think they did it because they wanted him to be like that baby face at the Hall of Fame. So then he'd be on the still Johnny.
Oh.
You think he's actually going to get booed at the Hall of Fame? No.
No. But they brought him back for a reason. They brought him back at No Way Out, Elimination Chamber. Damn it. They brought him back at Elimination Chamber, or was it Royal Rumble? One of them where. Okay, that's what it was. Where he came out complaining about his one more match.